And now, Glass Houses, a Craig Limekeeler production. In today's episode, a young widow discovers her late husband was not who he said he was. Welcome to Glass Houses, brought to you by Spudsmore Detergent, only detergent that uses real potatoes. Elizabeth Glass is a young widow raising her daughter, Jenny, in San Francisco. Today, our plucky heroine will be meeting her mother-in-law, Rose, for the first time.
Margie, come in and help me get ready for Mrs. Glass. She's heading right over directly from the airport, and she's come up all the way from New York.
I can't believe this will be the first time you've met. You and Tony were married 8 years, and you have a beautiful daughter.
Tony and his family had this huge falling out, and I tried to get him to patch things up, but he refused. And when he passed away so sudden, I just felt his parents deserved to know they have a granddaughter.
But remember, Mrs. Glass traveled all the way from New York. That's a good sign. It's too bad Mr. Glass couldn't make the trip. Jenny is such a great kid. If Mrs. Glass doesn't like her, there's something wrong with her.
Oh, I hope you are right. Jenny will be home from school in a minute, so you need to scoot. If there's anything, if there's anything, so you have to scoot. Jenny is sorry, and then you have to scoot, and I'll give you the details later on, I promise.
Okay, I'll go, but if I hear pottery flying, I'm coming over.
Thank you. I'll keep that in mind.
As Margie leaves, Elizabeth picks up a photo of her late husband, Tony.
Oh, Tony, what happened? Sure, families fight, but they make up and then they stand together. You were such a wonderful father to Jenny, and I know it must have been because of your parents. Jenny, are you home? I'm in here, honey. Jenny, are you home? I thought I heard the door come. Come on in, Jenny. Let me know if you're home or not.
Hi, Mom.
There you are.
Why are you talking to Daddy's picture?
Because today is a very special day.
What's so special about today?
Remember how I told you that I found your grandparents' New York address, and I wrote to them to tell them what a wonderful granddaughter they had.
Sure, but what's that got to do with today?
It's special because today you are going to meet your grandmother for the very first time.
She's coming here?
Just then, the doorbell rings.
Oh my gosh, that's her now. I'll get the door.
Hello. You must be Jennifer. Your mother told me all about you. Your late father's mother. I'm Rose, but you can call me Grandma Glass.
Hello, I'm Elizabeth. Please, won't you come in, Mrs. Glass, and please have a seat?
Oh, please call me Rose. What a wonderful, lovely place you have. It reminds me of when Joseph and I had our first apartment. I brought a gift for Jenny, if that's all right.
Oh, that's very kind of you, but you needn't to do that. Jenny, what do you say?
Thank you, Grandma Glass.
Why don't you take your new doll into your room and play while while Rose and I get acquainted?
Can I go next door and show Sally?
Oh, that's a wonderful idea. Just be back in time for supper, though.
I will. Thank you, Grandma Glass.
Can I get you something to drink? I just made some fresh lemonade.
Lemonade sounds wonderful.
All right, I'll just be a minute.
As Elizabeth gets the lemonade, Rose notices the photograph that Elizabeth has left on the table.
I'm so glad you got in touch. I had given up hope of ever being a grandmother. Who is this in the photograph on the table?
Why, that's my husband, Tony, your son, of course.
No, it isn't. It may have been 8 years, but I'd recognize my own son.
All right, I think I'm gonna.
Lynn, I would have paid you to do that.
You guys, you kept going, and you kept covering for each other. It was great, but at a certain point,
Oh my gosh.
you were doing a marvelous job, all of you. I loved how you covered for each other. I loved how you said, Jenny.
I was muted. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay. Were you unable to unmute yourself?
No, I didn't realize it because I moved rooms and everything got changed. So
I see.
sorry about that.
I see. So let's just enumerate a couple of things. Wally, you skipped over everyone's intros at the beginning of the script on page 1. Remember how everyone's going to introduce themselves?
Oh, right. I did, didn't I?
You jumped right to the next page.
Oh, those were so boring.
That
I
was
just
our
thought
first screw up. That was thing number 1. So we're all introducing ourselves. Remember at the beginning? Yeah. And you say a young widow discovers her late husband was not who he says he was.
I'm Wally, the announcer.
I'm Wally, your announcer. Your announcer. Say your
announcer.
And then everybody goes on to introduce themselves. And then there's music. And then, so it's just like what's written on the page. Then there's opening music.
Okay.
Then you turn the page and begin your announcing.
Got it.
Okay, thing number 2, then Lisa, I don't know what happened there. Did you just lose your place on the page on page 2?
I sure did. Yeah.
Okay. But you kept going, which was great. You covered and you kept going. I think after that everything was fine until then Rosie didn't know she was muted, so that was thing 3, and then finally we had a cavalry charge. That's what we just had to call it.
That's right next to da 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 da.
That's so cool.
I'll tell you what, you kept going, and I was proud of you for doing that. But we're going to start again. Are you okay to start again, or are we good to do it? Okay, so we're going to start again. Let me just pop into the breakout room to tell them we're gonna do one more because we just need a little extra time. So I'm going to pop in on them. I'll be right back. And so everybody reset yourselves from the top. So pardon me for a moment while I pop in on them.
We have 15 seconds to jump out of this.
Yes, so you've got 15 seconds while I pop into the breakout room. When I'm back, we are all back. Take 15 seconds.
That year.
I think we have our instructor back.
She's back.
I couldn't figure out how to get out of the breakout room. I was stuck in there. All right, is everybody ready? I'm going to take a quick glug of water, and then we're going to start again. One moment. Everyone take a swig of water if you have it with you. My one note, Jenny, try to make yourself even younger.
Okay, I'll be even younger. Okay.
Think of her as 5. She's really innocent.
I'm only 5. Okay,
Think of her as
but
5,
I'm 8. Don't make me younger than 8.
But it's adorable. You guys are doing such great work, really, all of you. I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. So you'll hear this recording has stopped, and then we're going to start again. Here we go. Do you want to stop the recording?